Good morning. Welcome to another video. After 4 straight episodes on the same body of water, we're on a separate stream, separate river today. We haven't shown you for a few weeks. It's running pretty low. Should be some fish in here. I expect a good day. Going to start off dry dropper with a chubby over a bars blueing olive emerger play as a trailing fly, and then eventually try to find a pool, fish strike indicator and some nymphs, try to get some bigger fish. Hopefully some small rainbows and browns can come out of stretches like this, and then we'll go after some bigger fish in the pools. It's mid-October of the year, just beautiful, almost near 70 degrees today, partly sunny. Back on a familiar river, but it's been a while since we've been here, so sit back and relax. This ought to be fun. All right, kind of stealthily wading in, getting ready to make our first throw today. I think being really stealthy is going to be key, and just not scaring these fish, trying not to walk where the fish are before I throw. We're going to work this run right up here, and I just think dry dropper, hopper dropper is the way to go, especially kind of counting on this little bars emerger to get bit, playing the part of a fall bluing olive. Fish on, just up river from where I waded in, and not surprisingly, and just like we predicted, this little beauty took the emerger. And what do we got? Cutty or a brown? Tiny. We'll net him because it's first fish of the day. It's a little brown. Sweet. Absolutely gorgeous. Baby brown to start the day. All right. That baby brown was so small he slipped through the net. But there's the bars, size 20 flashback emerger. That again is a play on a bluing olive. So we're kind of matching the hatch below the surface. And like I said at the intro, don't necessarily expect this chubby to get bit, but it's serving as a nice indicator, and it could get bit. One fish. So that fish bit about 10 feet right in front of me, right in this gentle run, pretty shallow run, coming off the riffles and whitewater up ahead. So I was about to change it up though, because been here 20-25 minutes and hadn't had a fish until that time. And by changing it up, I was going to maybe add a second tiny dropper to this rig, like an RS2, but you knew that had to get bit eventually. I will say, I've just seen less fish in here than I've probably ever seen this time of year, having fished this spot a long time. So just kind of a little bit unusual. The lack of fish I'm just seeing in the water, the lack of fish that are rising, lack of fish I'm scaring, lack of fish I'm getting. I mean, I haven't been here that long, but I mean, still though, would have expected 1 or 2 more by now, but might change it up. Might go with a smaller lead fly in the hopes that it would get bit, but then of course it, you know, is gonna not float as well, especially if I add a second little dropper fly to this rig. I guess that would be called dry double dropper or hopper double dropper. I don't do that very often, but could do a 3-fly rig with the one on top and 2 trailing it. So but we'll see. We're gonna hit these riffles and runs through here, and then go check out the pool that's downriver from here, and then probably go, almost for sure, go strike indicator, oros strike indicator with a, you know, a leech or a couple nymphs with the trailing RS2 over there, and maybe get into some bigger fish. But hopefully we get a couple more of these guys in this area. Fish on. Decent for this tiny creek, and oh, it took the chubby, and that is why I stuck with the chubby, because you just never know. Oh, that's so, I thought it slammed the surface, but running that trailer, it can be almost kind of hard to tell if that emerger is near the surface. That's so awesome. Little respectable rainbow here for fish number 2 on the day, and a chubby take, and definitely trying to bend the 9-foot 5 weight, which is, I get it, I know it's overkill, my equipment for this river, but there's some bigger fish in the pool that I'm about to hit, and this is a gorgeous one, and actually big enough I'll show it to you and it won't slip through the net like the baby brown. Oh, come on, buddy. My net skills continue to be legendary, but this guy is mine. There we go. A chunky one for this river. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Things were pointing to, could be tricky to get a chubby bite today, but this guy slammed it right there in the corner of the mouth. So we'll organize our rig and give you another look at this beauty. All right, buddy. Just letting him get his wits about him here. He seems like he's ready. Look at that in the northern Colorado sun. Look at that rainbow. See you, bud. Strong kickoff. And all right, we will catch 2 fish in the first 45 minutes. So took that just gigantic black and purple chubby. And just because the bar's flashback emerger wasn't crushing it, I changed to a black sparkle wing RS2, which is also going to basically play the part of an emerger at this point, trailing behind the chubby. Not adding any weight. This water's so skinny and shallow, you know, I think they'll take it readily, but hopefully get maybe one more out of here and then head to the pool to wrap up the day. If I didn't mention, my entire window today is about 2.5 hours. So had to work this morning, got a late start, coaching later today as always, and that's not a complaint, but very short amount of time in the water. So the goal was always just a handful of fish. Let's get back out there. So when I said it was running low, I definitely misspoke now that I've been here a while. I mean, if you see, it's stained, very stained. There's been some rain in the area recently, and it's running pretty good. It's just it's a small river and stream, relatively speaking, but it's actually running pretty good. There's some deeper spots and more water than can be the case this time of year in mid-October. So I wasn't really correct on that. It's actually flowing decent, which I don't know, it doesn't hurt me or help me, I don't think, right now. Not an amazing start, but certainly no skunk. A couple fish landed, and every fly we've used has caught a fish, so that's good, except for the black sparkle wing RS2 we just put on, and I would expect it will produce. The chubby strike is almost surprising, but since I'm using that as an indicator today more than anything for the trailing flies, but that was a bonus catch in my mind. So hoping this next emerger and trailing RS2 can get a fish and get us maybe a third before we head to the pool. But a little bit more flash and color in this stained water is something I wanted to try to do with this other trailing fly. That the bar's emerger flashback is pretty subtle gray presentation, just a little bit of flash. And this might be, I don't know, the kind of day where like your brighter zebra midge or rainbow warrior would be a better trailing fly. So that could be a small takeaway from today, but at least, hey, two fish landed in the first hour before we get to the pool. Okay, we've arrived at the pool, and it is stained and flooded. The sandbar I normally stand on right there is not even visible. So we're going deep. I'm going bold colors, bold presentations. If we get a fish, I'll show you exactly what I'm doing, but very, very, very bold patterns, bright colors, something they can see. And got split shot. We're gonna get way down deep and see if we can pull a fish out of here. 1 or 2 out of here to be a decent day. All right, got to wrap this day up. That's going to be a short video, only 2 in the net, and 1 so small it slipped through the net. So the chubby kind of saved the day, a decent rainbow on top. But I've seen this here before. When the water fluctuates, the fish can really turn off. I think that's what happened today. It was dead here today. I didn't see fish. They didn't bite. They weren't rising, other than the chubby take. I mean, absolutely dead here. I didn't get rain at my house, but obviously the area that feeds this river got rain. It's come up a foot, or at least a half a foot, stained, and they tend to shut down. I've seen that a lot because this water fluctuates here. They shut down as they adjust to that and changing water levels and clarity, and I think that's what happened today. So, I mean, no excuses, you know, but no skunk either, you know. I mean, still 2 in the net, right? But that made it really tough. Down here in the pool area, I mean, I literally started off with worms and eggs trying to go bold. Then I went Rainbow Warrior RS2, and if those things don't work, and it's slow. I didn't have a single bite down here. So, but yeah, the one on the bars emerger, in hindsight, I probably should have gone more color and a little bit more bold on a trailing fly with hopper dropper or dry dropper. So kind of the gray neutral bars emerger doesn't have a lot of flash, even though it's called a flashback. So that did get one fish. That got the baby brown, and then the chubby, when we were still doing hopper dropper, got a fish. So, 2 in the net in 2.5 hours. But usually do much better than that here, but we're always honest on this channel. 2 quick messages before I sign off. Number one, I'm gonna do a video soon on my top 10 flies for late fall in northern Colorado, just based off my 30 years fly fishing this area. Second thing, make sure to check out our public room, Fish on America, on Facebook, for just a positive, encouraging, supportive room where we don't consider your YouTube videos spam, and we boot people that are keyboard warriors and Nancy negatives. Nobody needs that. So it's always positive over there. So tough day. This is not a river where I tend to catch like 18 to 20 like I did 2 episodes ago on another stretch of water, but still expect kind of more than 2. So tough day, always being honest. A little bit tougher today, but I think the conditions, we probably could have fished to the conditions better, and I think the conditions kind of shut them down. So that's it for today. I got to go coach, and we will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.